All right, so in today's video, we're going to get into why drivers are leaving DoorDash to work other gig apps, and why do Dashers actually stick around because they like DoorDash. And the last two we're going to talk about are the biggest issues and reasons why DoorDash drivers just don't stick around anymore. Did you know that most DoorDash drivers, when they sign up for DoorDash, don't last past their 100 deliveries? Here I am past 18,000 deliveries. I've stuck around a long time. But what makes drivers jump ship and try other apps? And you might even fall into this category. Now, I've been preaching for years to multi-app. Did I ditch DoorDash? I guess in a way when you sign up for other apps because you're not loyal just to one app. But it is because we're independent contractors, and I believe the more you have, the more opportunities you have, and the more earnings and potential you can have. So does that mean that Dashers jump ship? Yeah, possibly. But there's always reasons why Dashers aren't loyal just to DoorDash, and that's what we're going to explore today. So let's get right into it. Okay, first, do Dashers really want to be bothered with the rewards program? I know DoorDash made the program to be designed to get orders delivered, right? It's for their benefit, even though they call it rewards. Is it really rewards? I don't know. You're going to have to let me know that one. But when you think about what's involved with maintaining the rewards program, high acceptance rate, high completion rate, with Platinum, you have to have 100 deliveries in a month when new drivers can't even sometimes make it to that 100 deliveries. It's a lot to take in as a Dasher, and all these expectations when you literally just want to take orders, pick up, and drop off. It has made it so complicated that a lot of Dashers are like, yeah, why even bother with this? I might as well just go do Uber Eats where I don't have to deal with all of this crap in order to make money. Next, it's not as flexible as they promised. If you really think about it, DoorDash, I feel like, promises all new drivers the world, right? Be your own boss, work a flexible schedule. But is that really the truth when you think about it as a DoorDash driver? Why? Because we actually have to schedule, unless you're a Platinum Dasher. Then you can dash now whenever you want. When you have to schedule, it's very W-2-ish, right? It's like you're clocking in for a job. But in order to work the DoorDash platform, if you want to wait for the map just to turn pink for a second, and then you can go hit dash now, then you only get a half hour at a time. In this case, you have to schedule 7 days in advance if you actually want to work the longer block times. Does that mean that it's really flexible when you actually have to schedule to work an app? When you can go to other apps, I mean, granted, Grubhub, you can schedule blocks, but you don't have to. But that's how you get a lot of money on Grubhub. On Uber Eats, you just go and you just start making money. A lot of these apps, you just go. You take orders, you drop them off, you make money. That's not so much the case with DoorDash. Next, man, this app is unpredictable. You never know which way is up and which way is down. I don't know. You're going to have to let me know if you think DoorDash is unpredictable. It's so up and down with your pay. You don't know if one day you're going to have a good day, the next day you're going to have a bad day. Are you going to make $15 an hour 1 hour? Are you going to make $35 another hour? It is all depending on the DoorDash algorithm, what they're actually sending you, if they're going to be sending you. If you're not in the rewards program, are you going to be sitting for long periods of time when that's not what you want to do? You want to make money. And talk about unpredictability. How many times in a year do you see updates, app changes, anything that actually helps DoorDash get orders delivered and is usually never in the favor of the driver? So the uncertainty of what you can do on this app, for me, is one of the reasons why I am multi-app. I can't predict if I'm going to have a good day or bad day. Why leave it up to DoorDash to determine that when I can work other apps to make sure that I have a good day every day? Does DoorDash really care about its drivers? It's a debatable thing that we've talked about for years on this channel. When I talked about the other things I just talked about, you kind of look at it and go, yeah, I don't know whether DoorDash really cares about its drivers. They're a business, right? To me, you're just another number. If you get deactivated tomorrow, do they really care about you personally? Not so much. If you get kicked off and go to another app and stop working DoorDash altogether, do they really care? Now they'll just get another 5 Dashers that can sign up tomorrow and you're just in the dust somewhere. I don't even know whether you'll be dust at that point. My whole entire point is it's a business and I get it. And that's what they're there to do. They're there to make money. But sometimes it's at the cost of the Dasher. And in my opinion, that was what makes drivers go bye-bye. These next two, in my opinion, are the most important reasons why Dashers either quit DoorDash altogether or go to different apps. First is oversaturation. It's something I've talked about so many times that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but if you're sitting for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you see 15, 20 drivers around you doing the same exact thing, that's oversaturation. When you have more drivers than orders, that's oversaturation. It's real. It hinders people from making money. It is one of the drivers that makes me want to do other apps, because if I'm not getting orders and if I'm not getting money, sorry, DoorDash, you're not my priority at that point. DoorDash becomes my priority when they're my number one app and I can make money consistently. When they stop doing that, that's when I'm not loyal to them. The thing with DoorDash, and I think is the whole point of this video, DoorDash isn't loyal to drivers, so drivers aren't loyal to DoorDash. Okay, the last thing, money. Money isn't anywhere close to where it ever used to be. I don't care whether you started this app 6 months ago, a year ago, everybody is feeling that pinch that I'm not making the same as I used to. And a lot of times we get caught in the past in what is currently in front of us in our face with DoorDash. And if money isn't consistently coming in and you're losing, no one wants to lose money. Everybody wants to make money. And if you're not doing that, sorry, DoorDash, it's time to move on. So if people are quitting, then why do Dashers stick around? Well, DoorDash, let's talk positively. It's not always bad, right? It's still my number one app. It still produces for me. But there are the many times in the inconsistencies that I just talked about that makes you want to work other apps, because it could be frustrating. It could not give you money. It could be inconsistent. Like, I can keep going down the road. But there are some really good qualities about DoorDash, that the order volume, they're the number one app out there for food delivery. And they're climbing up the ladders for grocery delivery as well, competing with the big guns. So they have the market share. They're number one in that category. So there is something behind it. It's the most popular app. It's popular to customers. So the more customers order from DoorDash, the more earning opportunities you have as a Dasher. There are many Dashers who absolutely love DoorDash and only do DoorDash. I don't recommend it, but I get it for those who do. So there are redeeming qualities in why Dashers stick around and are loyal to DoorDash. I personally am probably not one of them. So if you jump ship and you decide to work a different app, or maybe you quit DoorDash altogether, is the grass greener on the other side? Not any app is perfect. I can tell you that. I have 16 apps altogether. every single one of them has their quirk, has their downsides, and I can probably go through each and every one of them and tell you the same exact thing I am talking about DoorDash. The thing is just because you go to a different app doesn't mean they're going to give you the same amount of money. Just because you go to a different app doesn't mean they're going to give you more money. Doesn't mean that you can work a flexible schedule. Doesn't mean that you can do any of the things that you do on DoorDash. It's just working differently and sometimes smarter, not harder. So before you go jumping ship, know what you're getting yourself into, because even though you might be fed up with DoorDash, it might not be the best thing on the other side. Or it might be. You might find an app that actually might produce more for you and say, DoorDash who? Or DoorDash becomes your secondary app because you found something that makes you more money. That would be the best thing ever. So let me know. Have you ever said, nope, I'm quitting DoorDash. I am never doing it again because you got so frustrated and fed up with it? Or are you a dasher like myself who jump ships a lot of times to maximize your time and your earnings? And tell me the reasons why. You know, DoorDash is a very crazy app that I've seen it change over the years. And sometimes not always good, but I keep coming back because it's the most consistent app that gives me the most amount of money. Hopefully that makes sense. Those are my reasons. Let me know why you still work the DoorDash app today. You know, I do so many DoorDash videos, and if you are looking to binge watch your next one, you're going to want to check this one out next. I'll see you over there.